We're over here on the alternate account and we've got 1,000,000 coins to spend through and make the best possible team. But what we're actually going to start off by doing is getting ourselves a base boost item and then also 2 base boosted jerseys. Now this is because it might actually help us in what players we're trying to get to try and match some to our boost item over here, which we get a power 1, and it is giving out a defensive boost, which is I think the 3rd best boost in the game, so it's not too bad. Can we get some good base boosted jerseys over here to help our team out and get it the best it can be? We get a coin 1 over there. That's not really going to help us boost those players, but we'll open the next one and see what else we can get out of this one over here. Can we get one of those ones that is going to boost our player attributes? It's another coin 1 over there, so we're going to use that, and that is going to be the building blocks to our team over here. So we'll put in that regimen boost item, and then we'll also switch up the jerseys so we got the ones that we just got from those packs over there. But we're going to try and have to divvy up our coins between the starters and also the bench, because I want to try and make a full complete team. Let's start off on the auction house and just roughly see what some sort of players and what sort of stuff we can actually afford with the coins that we've got. So we've got 1,000,000 coins. We're going to try and do a couple of power players. I want to get some boost from my main boost item, but we'll see exactly how much these players are going for. I think roughly a good amount to spend on the starters is maybe about 150k each, because then that will put us up to 750k spent, and then you got 250k for the bench. We'll pick up the shooting guard. I think Manu Ginobili. Let's check his stats though, see what they're looking like. They're not actually looking that good though. They are only an 86 for the 3-point shot. What are the 93s looking like? Have they got any better stats for what they've got? You got Richmond over here. What are his stats looking like? He's got an 87 3-point shot. I'm just basically looking at the 3-point shot because it is a good measure of a shooting guard. Donovan Mitchell has got some very nice stats over there. Joe Dumars over here, he only has that 91, unfortunately. What does Red Velvet have? He has a 94 3-point shot. That is a little bit better over there. What else have we got? Is that going to be it from what we've got? Richmond again, but he is a power play style, so that might give us a couple more boosts on our guys. I think I'm definitely between that Mitchell or that Red Velvet. I'm probably going to pick up that Donovan Mitchell. Wasserman Shumpert over here, he's got a 93-point shot. That isn't really looking much better. Let's check the power players though. What have we got over here? It's just Richmond. There's a Magic Johnson as well. He hasn't got the best of stats over there, but I think the rest is just going to show me the Richard and the Magic Johnsons. We're going to see which one out of Donovan Mitchell and that Red Velvet is actually going to be the cheapest. So let's try and set the price out a little bit less. We'll go up to 150k and see what actually comes up. Okay, so the cheapest one I can find is this 120k Donovan Mitchell over here, which is actually a very good price. So we'll pick him up, and that is our starting shooting guard absolutely sorted over there. So let's go ahead and look at the point guard. Now, because we underspent a bit on that shooting guard, it might mean we can overspend a little bit with the point guard. So let's see what we can actually pick up at that 93 overall and below over here. So let's look at the prices of these cards. You got that Stephen Curry over here, but he's going to be way outside our budget. Forgot to set the price over there. Unfortunately, we won't be able to get him. Let's put the price at 175k, just because we can overspend a little bit maybe with these cards. I'll set it up a bit. I'm looking between 90 and 93. Obviously, if a card has better stats, I might pick them depending on their overall. You got D'Angelo Russell. He's got all right stats, nothing too special. Garland, again, nothing too special. I'm really looking for some standout stats over here. Kemba Walker, again, not those really standout stats. You got a Magic Johnson card who doesn't really have, again, standout stats, but I know Magic Johnson is pretty good on, say, the defensive end. You got Kyle Lowry, got some slightly better stats, though still nothing amazing over there. We'll see if there's anything above 93, maybe go up to 94 overall. No auctions are up for 94 overall, so let's see if the 93s have got anything better to offer with their stats. Isaiah Thomas does have some pretty nice stats. He's got a 92 3-pointer and a 91 mid-range. I'm just going to see exactly how much I'd have to spend again to go up to that 94 overall. I think we worked it out before. It's like 180k maybe. We are also going to check the player stats over there to see if they are any good. What do we have here? We have Spud Webb, who again is pretty decent. He's not as good, I'd say, as that Isaiah Thomas. We'll check the Penny Hardaway as well. He's got some all right stats again, but I still think that Isaiah Thomas is a little bit better, and he's a little bit cheaper as well, which does make him slightly better maybe get. So we'll pick him up and we'll see whether we can purchase him for the lowest. There's two actual versions of him. Which one's going to be better? This one's got a 92 3-point shot and a 91 mid-range shot, whereas the other one over here, 93-point shot and a 91 mid-range shot. So they are pretty much the same. They have the exact same stats over here. I'm just double checking, and I think they do actually have exactly the same stats, and they're both the same play style, the same position. So we're just going to see which one is going for the least amount of coins, just to save us the most amount of coins so we can maybe spend it in other areas. So we got 131k. We'll try and lower the price as much as we can. We've got ourselves two players at 125k, so we'll pick one of them up over here, and we'll just add that to what we spent so far, which puts us up to 245k. So we still got a lot of coins to spend through, and we've done our point guard and shooting guard positions for those starting players. So we'll look at the small forward now, and then we'll try and fill all the starting 5 out first before we go on to the lower sort of overalls. Let's see what we can do if we're looking at maybe we can overspend a bit more on this one. So we'll put the price at 200k, see if we can get a good small forward for the price. We'll put the limit at 95 overall. Am I pushing it out too much? I think I am. We'll put it at 94. We've got that Dr. J. He's got some pretty decent stats. He's got an 84 dunking and a 91 layup. Alex English over here, again, having some okay stats. Again, nothing too stand out, but we have to keep reminding ourselves these are 94 overalls. Aaron Gordon, again, he's got some nice dunking stats. Okay, so he's up for 197k. We'll pick him up because we can overspend a little bit on this one, so that puts us up to 442k spent in total, and we still got about 500k ish left in the bank. So let's go on to that power forward position and see exactly what we can pick up. Are there any 94s? There is that one to Scotto Anderson, but if I remember correctly, his stats aren't the best either. I'm actually wrong here. He's got some pretty nice stats: a 92 dunking, a 93 mid-range, and a 94 offensive and defensive rebounding. We might have to pick him up. He's 171k. Gonna see what 93s though, because I do want to look at all the options we have available just to make the best decision I can. We've got a Tim Duncan. What his stats looking like? 94 offensive and defensive rebounding. This card's looking a bit better than that one to Scotto Anderson. So you got another Tim Duncan. This one I really like, and I did have him on my main team for a little while, so I might have to pick that one up. He's got a dunk package, which makes him a little bit more special, so we might actually go ahead and pick up that Tim Duncan over the other one, just because I know I like the card. It's got a crazy dunk package, so I think he is going to be very good for our team. And it's insane to think that these promos were out quite a while ago. I remember these cards going for a lot of coins, but now they're not really going for a huge amount of coins on the auction house. So we'll pick that card up over here, and that means we have spent through a good amount of coins now. We still got a couple more left to go, so in total we spent through 564k. We still got a bit more to go. Try and push it up a little bit to 94 overall, see what pops up. You got Wes Unseld. He's got some pretty nice rebounding stats and some good defensive stats on him as well. Jarrett Allen, what's he looking like? He's got a 96 dunking. This card might actually be the one to go for over here. Those are looking like some really nice stats on him with the defensive stats as well. What else have we got? Or is that it? That is it. He is going for 176k though if we buy the strategic version of him. So I might actually pick that one up just because then we've got a little bit more coins for that actual bench itself. So I'll pick him up at 176k, and that means that we have spent through 740k in total. And let's actually go ahead and change up the team a little bit, see what it's looking like with all of these starters that we've picked up. So we've got Isaiah Thomas at the point guard position, and then we'll go over to the shooting guard position where we have that Donovan Mitchell now, who's looking pretty good. And then we'll go over and put that Aaron Gordon in, 94 overall, and then that power forward we picked up Tim Duncan, and then finally at the center position we put in that Jarrett Allen. We've only got one matching to our boost item. We might try and fill it up a little bit more on that actual bench. We've got quite a bit of coins to spend through. We've got about 260k in total to spend through those actual bench players. So we're going to try and pick up quite a few power players and see what else we can do. Is there anything better than an 85 overall, or is that the best we can get? There's a Magic Johnson for 88 overall, and he is probably going to be our best one we can possibly get, but he is fairly cheap. Got Jason Kidd for 70k. He's 91 overall. Do we pick him up over here? That will put us up to in total 811k, but it would mean that we have to spend a couple more coins on the other things. You know what? I might pick him up over here. We'll just pick him up. It's an extra 70k spent, which puts us up to 810k in total. So let's go on to the shooting guard. We want a good, solid bench player that we can stick on the bench and have some good boost coming from our boost item. We've got Donovan Mitchell as well, though. 30k for Donovan Mitchell. I'm probably going to pick up that Mitchell card because he is looking pretty nice over there. And then we'll go on to our small forward position. Let's sort of see what we're going to do over here. You got Rick Barry, Scottie Pippen, John Havlicek, plenty of people to choose from. 35k is going to be the lowest we can get for that Scottie Pippen card, so we're going to pick him up and we're going to use him as our player. So that's 35k on top of what we spent, which puts us up to 845k in total. So we got two positions left to spend through. Is there anything above a 90 overall we can pick up? There's nothing for 91 overall. I think 90 overall is going to be the limit as to what we can get. We got two Blake Griffin cards over here, one from this playing tournament promo. What's he got? A 90 dunking and some okay rebounding stats. Or the one from the Dunk Masters promo, again a 90 dunking and some okay rebounding stats. We're going to go between the two. It doesn't really matter. If anything, I do actually think these have the same stats on each other as well. It's looking like they've got the same stats as well. EA are just simply copying and pasting a bunch of stats on all of of these players. There isn't anything actually there. So we're going to actually pick up this Blake Griffin, and we're going to see at what price we can pick him up for. I think it was about 50k, which means we're underspending a bit with some of the stuff over here. I don't want to pick up the 76 version of him. I want at least that 90 overall version of him. What do we have over here? You've got 52k as possibly the lowest one, 51k. Yeah, 51k is the lowest we can pick him up for, so we'll pick that one up. And that means that we have gone up and spent 896k. So I'm trying to get through all of these coins over here. We've got quite a few coins left for the center card. Can't actually use that Donovan Mitchell over there because I didn't realize, but of course you can't put in two players of exactly the same. You know what, we'll just finish the rest of the team up and see what we've got over here, and then maybe try and purchase another Donovan Mitchell card. What we've got, Blake Griffin as well, which we picked up. So that means we've got +4 from our boost item. We could maybe push to a +6 if we get a center and a shooting guard both at that power play style. So we're going to try and sort that out, because obviously Donovan Mitchell I purchased for quite a few coins, but unfortunately he doesn't go onto our lineup, which is a little bit of a shame. In the meantime, we will pick up a center card over here just to end off this actual shopping spree, as it were. So we got 104k left to spend through on an actual center. What's the best one we can purchase that is a power play style? 91 is roughly looking like the best we can possibly get. I'm probably going to try and find the cheapest player we can get, which is I think the 68k Rudy Gobert over there. So we'll add that to the total and we'll sort out that Donovan Mitchell. I need to work out exactly how much I spent for him, and then we're going to sort of take that away from how much we spent and try and actually buy a final shooting guard to end this video off. So we actually spent a little bit under 31k for that Donovan Mitchell. So to sort it out, we have got 28k left. I've just quick sold a couple of items that we have left. So we just need that shooting guard at the power play style. I'm pretty annoyed that I messed that one up, but hopefully we can still get a decent player from this one over here. What can we get for the rest of the coins we got? But as a punishment, I thought, you know what, we'll actually just spend through all the coins that I have on this account, just because that's going through everything that I've got. I simply can't go any higher than this. None of their stats are really good. Let's see this George Gervin over here. He's looking like he's the best one out of all of them. Let's just pick him up, and that completes our lineup. Unfortunately, I did mess up that Donovan Mitchell sort of stuff, but let's see what this team goes up to over here. We managed to get ourselves a good solid 92 overall team. We got the +2 from our boost item because we are matching 6 players. Unfortunately, we didn't get any boosted jerseys, but this is the best team that I could possibly make for 1 million coins. We are going to try and do a 10 million coin team on my main account and then put the two teams up against each other. So make sure you're subscribed with notifications turned on so you don't miss that one. If you want to know exactly how I made 5 million coins in just 5 days, go check out the video in the bottom left hand corner where I went through all the tips that I used to get that amount of coins. Go check out that video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.